YouTube right now and search video
YouTube video is
1014, the
proof.
recent video.
Look
I'll
at that.
post
Look
it
at
out.
that picture. Look at
I'll
that
post
picture
it.
Manny has on right now. Do you see all those black guys right there? Every single one of them is copying Mexican American / indigenous
What?
culture. Everything from the grills and the tattoos. That's our gangster culture,
You
bro.
know Mexicans
Like
came
you
from the
guys want to
Mayans,
be
right?
everybody
That's
else. You guys want to
crazy.
be
Mexicans came
everybody
from the
else but
Mayans, right?
yourselves.
You
Why
know
don't
the
you just
Mexicans.
be proud of who you are?
Mexicans
Stop
came from the
trying to be
Mayans, right?
everybody else, bro. Stop
You know
copying
Mexicans came
everybody
from the
else's
Mayans,
Can
right?
you
style
show us
and
any
claiming it
proof?
black culture because
Can
you
you show
have a
us any
culture.
proof? Can you show us
You
any
guys have
proof?
no culture.
Can you show us
I
any
got
proof?
proof, bro. You want to see
You
my
have
proof?
no culture whatsoever.
No,
I
can you
got
show us
proof,
any
bro.
sources?
You
Any
have no
sources?
culture.
Hey, yo,
You have
we
no
Do you have
start with
any
culture.
sources?
You
we
have
did
no
start with
culture.
lowriders.
You have no culture.
Hey, Vatos, we did start with the lowriders back then, and then they copied it.
And they got the
Fidel,
grills
you have
from the
any sources to
Mayans.
what you're saying? Do you have any sources?
Hey, original, we started with the lowriders, and then y'all copied
You
us,
have no
bro.
culture, original. I'm sorry, man. That's your
Yo,
reality.
Fidel,
You have to
what is your ethnicity?
original.
Bro, you never even
Don't
told me your
worry about it, bro.
ethnicity.
I don't have to.
Because
I don't
you're
have to
ashamed of
answer
it.
to you.
You're
I
ashamed of
don't
it.
have. I'm not ashamed.
You're
I'm 100%
ashamed.
proud. Do you know why I'm proud?
You're
Because
ashamed.
my
Bro,
people have overcome a lot more than you have, and they even
No,
had the
you
time
just
to
said you
come
were
and free
white. I
you
thought you
guys.
just said white
Like
power. Now you're ashamed to say your race?
My people
Damn.
had enough time
You
to come
sound
and
you
save
don't
you
sound
guys
you don't
too.
sound
Are you
proud. You
fucking
don't sound
kidding me?
proud. You
I
don't
am
sound proud
proud.
at all.
Hell yeah, I am
You don't
proud.
sound proud at all.
See, because
You were
I'm
saying
not the
white power.
one.
Now you're
I
scared to
am
say
not
your
the one
race.
that's coming from a group
Damn.
of people that has to claim somebody else's culture and identity, bro. I don't have to do that. That's your people doing that.
all the culture
What's
has
up
been
with
taken
that?
from us by the Canaanite system, by the black Moors, the one that sided with
Canaanite
the
was
wrong
modern
side.
day Jordan. It is not in Africa. It was never an African
And
country.
most
It was not
African
established
Americans
by
are from
Africans.
West Africa and Central Africa. You guys keep claiming North Africa, which is not your people.
Every
It's
land, I'm
crazy.
claiming we used to live in every land
And
in earth.
and I want to
Every
say
land.
something about skin color. You guys keep saying that we could not exist in the sun. We were born in the sun. Do you know where most of our indigenous people are from? Do you
You came
understand?
from
You
black
know
people.
that
No,
I'm
white
not
people.
done. I'm
Bro,
sorry, I'm not done.
oh, my fault.
And
Keep
then
going.
do you also understand that the people who are picking your food every day so you can eat on a daily basis are out in the sun daily with zero problems? I've never burned a day
Can I
in
just
my
say one thing?
life.
Can I just say one thing? First thing first, when you said picking up food, we still gotta pay for food. From when you picking up from the earth for free.
Oh my
When you
God!
giving it to
Somebody
us
picks
Oh
your
for
food,
my
payment,
dude. You
God.
you gotta
don't. The
pay.
grocery store does not magically
No, so
manifest
I
food.
listen,
What?
what she's talking about, is this, right? It used to
The
be American
Anunnakis bring
farmers,
the food
but
down with the
since American farmers want to get paid actual money, they're not using American farmers like they do with everything else. They're outsourcing
I
it to
am
people
an
where they can
American farmer.
exploit
What do you
them.
mean we don't
They
get
they
paid
they
in
they
actual
they
money?
they,
There's
they want
a
they
Something else you don't
hold
know
on,
anything about. How many
hold
farms
on,
have
hold
you
on,
ever worked on? How many
hold on,
have
hold
you ever tilled
on,
the soil on? How many
hold
farms? How
on,
many farms? You're sitting here
hold
talking about
on.
something you don't know anything about. And if
Man,
you'll
here
sit
goes
there and
this
you'll go
nerd.
back through the genomes, they will actually
Of course you want to
disprove
cut me
your
off mid sentence, so I
archaeological
can't.
theory.
Of
And it
course you want to
says
cut me
that
off
the
mid
people
sentence, so I
from
can't finish my
Polynesia,
point.
South America,
To talk
North
about some
America,
irrelevant
all have
stuff.
an extra
let me hear
genome.
where
Those
original
indigenous
is going
people have
with
an extra
this.
genome that date back prior to Africa. So no, Africans were not the first people all over the earth.
Yeah, it was you, Billy. It was definitely you. We all came from white people. And that makes a lot of sense.
Y'all actually came from Asians, original.
Too bad your scientists don't agree with that. Too bad no religion agrees with that. Too bad there's nothing that agrees with nothing that you just said. There is not one source. There's not one source you can provide. There is not one source you can provide. There is. Hold on. I let you talk. I'm not trying to yell over you, bro. There is not one source you can provide to prove your point. There is not one source you can provide. There is not one source you can provide.
I don't care what your so-called
Bucky Star,
archaeologist says.
Bucky
DNA
Star, shut me up by
testing is
providing the
different.
source.
You talk about
Bucky
the
Star,
blood of the
shut me
gods.
up by
What is the blood
providing
of the
sources,
gods? The blood
please.
of the gods is already
Provide me sources and shut me up,
Original,
please.
where are your sources at?
Native American people.
Oh, I always present sources, and
Yeah,
I
but
think
they're all
many even
full,
wrote down
though.
some of my
Your
sources. I think
sources
many
are
even wrote
written
down
by
some of my sources.
Afrocentrist nonsense.
One day, Manny was writing down like a whole bunch of stuff. So I think he gathered a lot of intel from what I said in that one time.
I got original was you talking about the Bible. The Bible is your source.
There's no such thing as a second son.
Original, the Bible is your source, and you know it. That's the only.
No. When it comes to like a lot of creation,
90% of everything you say is biblical, bro. It's in the Bible.
yeah. Now, when it comes to creation and things of that nature, of course, yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's
Creation, yeah, creation.
But I don't believe in the Bible.
Well, it's archaeology, it's linguistics, anthropology, of course. It's a mixture. Yeah, I don't know if you catch the linguistic parts and the anthropology side of it.
The people who wrote the Bible were Sumerians and they
Yeah,
were
there's nothing in
Babylonians,
there.
and they all came from other countries.
I don't know if you believe in anthropology or not.
And the Africans did not write the Bible. I'm sorry, the Africans did not write the Bible.
Yeah, you're right. It was a European man that wrote the Bible because all the prophets of God were Europeans, right?
There's some Africans.
The prophets were Europeans. That's correct. Yeah. So the prophets of God are Europeans, according to you, right?
Yes, we did not have the Bible. That's
right.
No, the prophets of God were
Fidel don't even know what he's talking about. He don't even like. This is crazy.
And they came from.
They're definitely not.
This is
African.
crazy.
They're not black. They're not black.
That's crazy. What black man took your girl or used to beat your ass on a day-to-day basis that got you so mad?
Bro, ain't no black man taking
like that's
because they're not even
crazy.
desired. Black men aren't even desired.
Crazy.
Like, bro, the only people that desire black people are the cops, so they can beat the shit out of them.
Listen, ask your woman that. You know you lying. Ask your woman that. Ask your woman that. Stop playing. Stop playing.
My woman would never fucking even look at one of you fucking limp ass nobody.
You know your woman don't believe that. You know your woman don't believe that. I swear on Jerusalem, you know your woman don't believe that. You know your woman don't feel like that.
Give me a moment.
Man, you know how many of your woman I done had? You know how many a woman yo listen, you gotta.
Well, okay, look, if you're talking about
pay for my woman, you gotta pay for my
Latinos,
woman.
the only
You gotta
women
pay to
that
get
you
one of
guys have
mine.
had are the ones that you guys pay
You
for.
gotta
Look,
pay.
look, it is no surprise. It is no surprise that black Americans go to Latin America and they purchase prostitutes,
Bro,
and then
you gotta
they
pay
present
for
them in
mine.
cameras.
You
And
gotta
this is how
SA
pathetic you guys
mine.
are. This is
You
how
gotta
pathetic
SA
you guys are.
shit.
You guys
you
purchase
known for
prostitutes,
SAing.
and
You're
you
known for
put them in the
SAing.
camera, and you try
You
to tell
SA
people,
woman.
look, I have a girlfriend, but little do people know that you guys actually have to pay people to pretend and to say that they like
Man,
you.
you be
This is how
SAing
fucking
woman.
pathetic you guys are. Ain't nobody wanna be with no fucking yanta, bro.
So I will say this real quick.
Man,
Let me say something real quick.
5'6". Look, you probably 5'6",
You read
chubby as hell, and you mad. You mad.
Bro, what good is your size? What good?
You big
Okay,
man.
original. What good is it that you're
how tall are
that
you?
you're 6
How
feet
tall are
tall?
you? Hey, how tall are you?
It
Hey, how
doesn't
tall are
matter,
you?
but what good is it that you're 6 feet tall if you're fucking incompetent? Nobody fucking likes you guys. The police keeps beating the shit out of you guys because they don't even like you either, bro. And I back the blue
they trying to build a wall for
100%. I
you.
back the blue
They're trying to build a
100%.
wall for you
Keep
right
beating the shit out
now.
of these motherfuckers,
They're
please.
trying to build a wall for you right now. Currently, right now.
Hey, original,
Like right now.
black people, bro.
What are you talking about? They're trying to build a wall for you right now, bro.
They're
What are you
not
talking about,
building a wall
Fidel?
for me. They're not building a
Fidel,
wall for
what are
me.
you
What
talking
the fuck
about,
are you
Fidel?
talking about me? What are you talking about? Nobody's building a wall for me. I am American. I'm the real original American. What are you talking about?
Black people, you know why? Little Bow Wow, Little Kim, Little Dirk.
That's crazy. Hey, listen. If you ever heard of Adolf, right?
Original, by
If
the
you
way,
ever
by
heard
the
of
way, you
Adolf,
do realize
if you
that the
ever
ones
heard
that
of
they're
Adolf,
deporting the
listen,
most is not brown people.
Listen, if you
do
ever heard of
realize that the
Adolf,
people that are being deported the most are Haitians. People that
all
look
you
like
want to do is just
you
talk.
know that,
I
right?
see what
Now
you're
you
trying
gotta
to do.
ask yourself, why is it that they're deporting these people that look like me the most? Why do you think? Because they're undesired, bro. I'm sorry.
Hold on,
hey,
hold on, hold on, hold
hey,
on.
Excuse me.
Let's calm
Yeah,
down.
little Bow
Let's
Wow,
calm down.
little
Hold
hey,
on.
Kim.
Let's
Well,
not
everybody,
go
hey,
there. I think we can
we'll
have
get a
civil
voice.
hey.
Hold on.
conversations without
Hold on. Hey, hey.
speaking.
Excuse me.
It's cause the original comes up here and says it
Makati,
like
you
all
don't
big
get to
and they're all
speak over
tiny.
me.
Little Bow Wow, little Kim, little Drake, little little everybody. Go ahead,
Okay,
Lakota. How's it
we
going,
don't
brother?
care. But I will.
Oh,
Can I just correct
Uh,
people real quick? Because original, and I know you're listening to me. I want you to open up your ears very loud and clear. I want you to clean them out, and I want you to listen to me when I tell you this. The people of the globe, okay, were not founded in Africa. And I'm going to tell you why. The oldest fossil, and go research what a Homo sapien fossil is. It's older than a bone, was found in Saudi Arabia. So everything you say that we come from we were born from Africa is totally false. You need to research not the oldest bone, the oldest Homo sapien fossil was the first print ever to be founded and researched by archaeologists in Saudi Arabia, which is the Middle East, not Africa. Go ahead.
well,
Okay.
a point I wanted to
Honey
make.
wash day, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, brother Manny.
honey, wash day, Lakota. Oh,
It's a wild morning, I can see. Wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a good one. Okay, are you
Manny's
guys?
an energizer buddy.
I think too
Manny,
that
aren't you the
we have
energizer
to like
bunny?
be respectful. So we're not all going to agree, right? Because this is a very hot topic. But there's some racist undertones that was going on in this live. It's not okay. Like even if you don't like that person, it's not okay, right? We wouldn't want that done to us. We don't do that to other people. And that's all I have to say.
yo, they're. I mean, because the original came up here the other time, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm 6'3" and blah blah blah, and I'm superior." And I'm like, you know how many little black people there are? Like, do you realize how many little black people? Little Uzi, little Wayne, little Dirk, little Yachty, little Pump, little Dicky, little Baby, little Bow Wow, little Scrappy, little Sean, little B, little Kim, little John, little P,
Little
little Herb,
PP,
little
little
Richie, little B,
everything.
little Whitey, little Ski, little Flip, little Tekka, little Nas, little Bougie, little Nosy.
Yeah, they're
Sorry,
all little.
respect.
They're no one. They're no big. If they're obese, that's probably it. But that's the only
It's
thing
all
they're
just
big
fun and
about.
games, guys. They know I'm just
Yeah.
fun. We're just having fun. Like, look, we'll bring Grilla back. Cause see, we ain't prejudiced like that.
Well,
We ain't
you know
hating like
what?
that.
It's so bizarre to me that they that we are all literally born in climates that are very hot, right? And then they have the assumption that we cannot survive. I have never been burned in my life, and I don't wear sunscreen. So, and I'm not even the darkest in my family, as you can see with my photo. So, that's all a myth. And there were zero Africans here in the Americas prior to 1492. That's a fact.
They have to shut it down. Oh yeah, and flush it.
Grilla, stop talking about you being in the toilet. This guy. He's talking about flushing it and shit and doing weird shit. What the
Oh
And
my
another
God.
thing that destroys their
Talking
Africa
about
First
himself.
theory that can be proven, you could take the Polynesian people and the Native Americans from Southern America, Northern America, all the way up into Canada, and you can take that and they have a genetic precursor that no other race has. That's why they're able to identify them as North American or American Indian.
Exactly.
Well,
We have
a lot
we
of
have specific
they don't take
haplogroups,
their DNA.
and we
They
have
refuse to take
specific
the
ghost
DNA.
DNA
Right, but they refuse to take their DNA to tell them that they are traced
because they
back.
know
They're
they
not.
know
Mm-hmm.
they don't
And
want
the
to waste
blood
their
type
money
they
because
call
they
the blood
know.
type of the gods is Rh positive, which is not true when
Well,
most
HIV
African
positive.
Americans are all B positive.
Most of them have it, and that's a fact. The HIV/AIDS was originated in Africa. This is a fact. This is not a joke. It's not a laughing matter, but African Americans do bring AIDS, and it's proven in the facts. That's how they founded it.
And monkeypox.
That too.
No,
Yes.
no. You know what's crazy? Okay. So I did my real history, as they say. And this land over here doesn't belong to him. It belongs to us, Mongolians. This was all ice land over here. Nothing over here is all ice. They have the oldest blood that goes back 1,500 years. I got the oldest blood that goes 60,000 years old.
Look
You
at
know?
this. Now someone's debunking me. Says HIV was found in Europe. No, it was not. It was not founded in
Man, these
Europe.
guys are ridiculous, man.
I mean,
They're
Top
anything to
Enemy's here, and
debunk the
I
truth.
don't know what the fuck he's on. Top Enemy right here. I don't know what he don't claim African descent, and it's crazy.
It's sad. It's really sad how they, put themselves out there.
Yo,
man.
you want to see the proof, bro?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got proof.
Yeah, I'm about to show you proof of why black people were the indigenous of every land.
Well, show us then your indigenous
Show us
royalty.
no, I want to see the proof.
Your
Show me the proof
indigenous
because I'm about to debunk them.
highness. Show us your fake
Dude,
proof.
you conflicted like 4 different religions you don't know anything about and tried to come up with your own religion to back your statement. You have a YouTube video. You are irrelevant.
You want to see it? Look. I'm about to put it on now. Look.
Oh no, I just typed that up yesterday. That's debunked. I made that up yesterday. That's fake. That's fake news.
Just
That's
listen.
fake news.
That comes
That's
from
fake
the
news.
second
Right here, look.
son.
Look
That's
where it's
fake news.
Look where it's coming.
That's fake news. Damn.
We're gonna remove them.
Yeah, they are. This is a delusional morning for me. I tell you what. People, look, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you black, whatever, yellow. I don't care. But talk with Manny about this. How are you gonna say you're from all areas of the globe when you go to China? You don't see people who look like you. You go to Europe, you don't see people. You go to South America. You've got to go to where your people are. If you put a Mexican in Africa and you throw him in an African tribe, be like, hey, bud, are you from Africa? They're going to laugh at a Mexican. Mexican does not look like an African. I'm sorry. They do not look like an African. I don't care if they got an afro or big hair. And Mexicans do not carry the phenotype of an African American. Never will, never have. How in the hell are you going to say you're from everywhere, but your phenotype doesn't trace back to nowhere but Africa? No one can explain it to me.
I think those guys were the original supremacies boys. Like, I think they played basketball together and shit. They probably like breakdanced to the same beats. Seriously, like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I don't get where people come up with these fucking stories of fucking aliens and they came from the 13th planet and they're fucking here and it's just fucking.
Their ether
I
hair.
don't understand.
And you know what's funny is I used to be a hairstylist, so every time I hear them talk about their hair, it's funny to me. Because it's just not true. But
Hey, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that, we've been hearing this rhetoric for a while, and there's nothing factual. And I get that, you guys are descendants of slaves, a horrific thing that happened here. We've gone through our colonization too, but we're not trying to claim any other culture than ours. And the best thing you could do is Africa is a beautiful continent and with beautiful people and tribes. And if you took the time to research those tribes and look
Hey,
at
why do y'all say?
from the
Let her
regions,
finish. Let her finish.
Why you say that to make yourself feel better? You know,
Let her finish, original.
it's not true.
Original, let
Yeah.
her finish, and then you can talk, because I know you're ready to explode. I can feel it. I can hear it. Go ahead, Callie.
So if you look at your DNA and look at some of the regions, I think that, and you study those regions and find out what tribes are there, I feel like you're going to be just as happy as you are claiming that you are when you claim ours. There's zero evidence. There's no biological evidence. There's no historical evidence. There's nothing. There's that you guys have been here prior to 1492. And what you guys don't understand is the cultures that you're claiming, like ours, saying that, you know, that you were the Aztecs and whatever. I'm actually a descendant, and there's several of us that are descendant from them. And we still have our language, even though we were colonized, our language is intertwined with Spanish. Also, our food. We still have our culture, and that is what's left of it, and a lot of dishes that our ancestors ate from thousands of years ago. And so to tell us that we aren't who we are and that you are, when, if you want to check also, a lot of you guys eat what is you label as soul food. If you look at where those foods originate, a lot of it is actually European, German. Macaroni and cheese is like French. Cornbread is our indigenous food that both the African American culture and the Southern, as a Southern cuisine, I guess, have claimed, but that's actually ours. There's a lot of things that other cultures are claiming, because when the Spanish came over here, they stole a lot of our seeds and a lot of our foods. And they had taken it back to Africa, and they had taken it back to Europe, and people think that it's theirs. Like if you talk to Italy, they would not have all the foods they have if it weren't for our tomatoes, right? Irish with potatoes, those are actually ours. That's indigenous food. So, do a little research, but stop claiming our cultures.
Yeah, so I just want to tell Original, why is there so many little black people? Like, cause he said he's like 6'3", and I know you laughed, Original, but you ain't never heard of Little Uzi, Little Wayne, Little Dark, Little Yachty, Little Pump, Little Dicky, Little Baby, Little Bow Wow, Little Scrappy.
Yeah, I mean, I just came in once I saw she muted. So you said, have I heard of? Yeah, I know about Lil Bow Wow and all
Little
them.
John,
Yeah,
Little Herb, Little Reese.
yeah.
BB.
There's definitely short people in all backgrounds. I actually believe that Africans have some of the most shortest people on the planet Earth.
So why you come out here
Some of
like
the most shortest
like,
and the tallest.
I'm this, I'm superior
And the
than all of
tallest.
you because I'm 6'3", I'm superior, blah, blah, blah. Remember when you said that? You were saying you're...
Like to be honest, I don't have to say I'm superior. To be honest, it's like I feel like I don't actually even use words like that when it comes to myself. I don't feel the need to do that.
But you did the other day.
That's crazy because
6'3" and you're handsome and you got money. Remember all that?
Oh no, I didn't say superior. I probably said I come from a rich family and I'm 6'3". Yeah, I was probably bragging on that. Yeah, possibly.
Like,
but not saying superior. Nah, that's not even something I have to do.
Remember you said you guys.
That's just how I walk in life. I walk in life like I know no man can see me. Like I know no man can phase me.
I'm just saying, bro. That sounded racist as fuck, bro. Because you came and said you're superior, you're tall, you're skinny. You know, we have recessive genes. All this shit you were saying.
No, I said Europeans. When Fidel was talking about white power, I said, how can that be so? I thought it was actually the Bucky star. I thought it was the actual European man. I didn't know it was a guy trying to imitate a European man. That was great.
Man, and
that was great by Europeans.
Addressed that way?
Yeah.
Not European man.
Yeah. You sound European.
Well, so do you.
Nah, I sound
How
like a
did the
king.
how did the
No,
Yeah,
I
Europeans
sound, I
sound?
sound like a
speak
how does
king.
a
European language.
European
I sound like a
sound,
king.
man?
He
You
speaks
don't
Europe,
sound like
European
a
to,
language.
king.
to,
You
to me
sound like a
personally,
goat.
to me, Europeans personally, they sound like boys
Then speak your
they
language
sound like
then.
boys who want to be smart or boys who want to be men.
Well,
Hey,
it sounds
It's
like
original,
kind of
we're
like
talking to
it's
him
kind of
right
like
now. It
boys
sounds
to
like there's
men.
one speaking right now. There's
That's
one
the
speaking right
way
now.
Oh,
that
you
the
said you're 6
Yo,
feet.
yo,
water
You're
yo.
six
runs
five. Someone must
dry.
be
Hey, can I just show
They
my
superior to
sound
you,
proof?
like
right?
that to me.
I just show my
hey,
proof.
And
original,
you
speak your
come from a
native
rich
language then.
family. You know what? I retired at 38. So does that make me
Hold
superior
on
to
once, hold
you?
on. Hey, dude.
You heard that Boys
Hey,
to Men
no, listen,
song?
original. If you guys are if you guys, if you guys are the First Nations, the original people to this land, then how come you guys don't speak your language? I mean, you
What
guys claim to
languages?
be,
Because they
you
submitted
guys
to the
claim to be
white
the
man.
first original
Hold on,
people, but you guys don't know the
Lakota.
language.
Hey,
Lakota.
original, just tell him
Hey,
you submitted
Lakota,
to
in
the
your
white
country,
man.
what people speak their language?
Lakota.
In your country.
What do you mean, your country?
Do you have
Are
a
you trying to throw
country?
race? Are you trying to
He
throw
has a
racist shit at me?
nation.
Because don't go there.
No,
I
I
could
said in
fucking
your
do it too.
country.
What about your country? Do your
No,
country know
I'm
the
saying in
language?
your country.
You don't
They're
have a
your
country.
country.
You don't have
Oh,
a
You
you don't have
are
a
country.
my
country?
He's
Oh,
country.
from a
okay.
sovereign nation. He
Okay.
doesn't have a country.
So no, pun intended. So in my country, they speak over 500 languages,
So
525
Congratulations.
languages.
speak
How
your
come you
native
can't speak
language.
none of it? Can you
Because
So
speak
you
they
it?
wasn't
speak
over
over.
here.
So they
Can
speak
you
over
speak your
500 and
language? Can you
so
speak your language? Can you
so in
speak
my
your
country,
language?
Speak
so
your
in my
Kola
language.
country,
zakule, kola
so look in my country,
zakule,
they speak over
kola. Man, you
525
can speak
languages.
your language.
And
Can you speak
hold on,
your language? You can't speak your language,
Speak your
dude.
native
You
hold
can
on,
language.
never
listen. In
speak your
my
language.
continent, hold
You
on,
guys
listen. In
could,
my
when you guys come to
continent,
these lives,
All right.
you guys don't, every time someone asks you to speak your fucking
Proof?
language,
Can I just
you
show
guys
my
don't
proof?
speak your language. You guys gotta take
Can
it
I just show
on,
my
carry it on, and talk about something else. You guys could never prove your language. You guys could never prove your songs. You guys can't prove shit. Every time we ask you something, we ask you to speak your
Yeah.
language. Oh, well,
That is,
shit like that. It gets annoying.
if they
Fucking
claim to
speak your
be native,
language.
if they claim to be native people and superior to other people, then how come they don't speak their own language?
And original, having a country is actually a European construct.
Yeah, you white
But if
guy.
he wants to ask, do you have a country or a continent? We sure do, and we're on it. We're right here on it, and you're actually living on our continent and our country.
Yeah, the
So
Yeah.
yes, we
original.
do.
So
I know where he was going with it, but I'm saying that originally we didn't call it countries. We had lands, right? But we didn't have.
You're right. We had lands and
There's
that's
571 nationally recognized sovereign nations inside this country.
And he's not one of them. He
one of them.
belongs
And as
over
a matter
there.
of
man,
fact,
look, I
his
just
I would say this though. I would
are
say
under
this.
us.
look at it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What's going on, Manny? How you doing, my man?
I'm doing all right, bro. It's just the original. This comes out here thinking he's all
hey,
superior than everybody
this be
else.
hella
Like,
fun though.
Hey, bro,
This
original,
is
you
fun,
submitted to the white man, bro. You submitted
Of
to the
course,
white
because you're
man.
stupid and you don't know shit.
man.
I'm just keeping
Hold
it
on,
real,
listen.
bro.
Like, are y'all in the? Are y'all looking in the mirror when you talking about submitting to that dude? Because I ain't nothing like that dude. Don't want to be nothing
Oh,
like that dude.
you are.
I
The way
don't
you're
claim when
talking
my
right now,
children are
you
born.
are.
I know when people claim when their
You're
children are born,
white.
they claim their children to be white. I know that they. I know certain people that claim their children are white. I know they claim themselves that as well. You don't see. You
You
don't
got
see
white
me doing
skin. You
that.
got white skin. You got
So
white skin. You
I
got
don't
white
know.
skin. You're not from here. You
Like
got white skin. You're not from
in my
here.
country,
In your country, you should go back to your own country. You
He
can
don't
leave this
have a
place and go
country,
back to
or
your own
he'd be over
country.
there. If he had his country, he'd be in his country. We are in our country. Go ahead, AA. I think AA is cool though. He's from what I know.
Yeah. I would say. I mean, I have certain type of perspectives. It depends on the days. And it depends on who's in the chat. But I would say this overall, when it comes down to African Americans, Black Americans, we're not an immigrant group at all. I mean, I heard somebody say, Africa is our country or something. It's like, nah, because if you really look at it genetically, yeah. But if you really look at it, we've been removed from 500 years. If you want to be exact, I don't claim that original native and all that. It's all speculation. There's no proof to it. I don't claim that. So I'm giving you my perspective on it. So we're not an immigrant group at all. It's because it's a two-way street, because we created a ethnic group in this country, and we contributed to a lot too much in this country that they're not compensating back for it. So we're not an immigrant group because we didn't come over here willingly. See, majority see that it's so when you say it's not somebody else's country, well, it might not be our land by default, but at the end of the day, majority of this land was a lot of bloodshed on this land, due to my ancestors. So yeah, I do have a stake in this country.
Bro, all I'm saying is when people come out here acting all superior because calling us recessive and shit, it really,
that's wrong. That's wrong.
talks back because the black people were saved by a lot of the native community, the indigenous people, the Seminole, the Cherokee, the Choctaw. They had to join us, the native people, to fight back against their oppressor. And then here you go having all these dumbasses coming around saying that we work with the whitey people to erase them and we're not the original people and all this nonsense they be spreading, bro.
I mean, that's all nonsense. That's all nonsense and TikTok rhetoric. At the end of the day, these dudes, majority of these people don't even have a job to probably go to. The majority of them is unemployed. Because
half of them are all on welfare checks. Some of them live on SSI. So shit.
I mean, a lot of people do. I mean, it's not only containing to them. A lot of people do. It's all rhetoric. It's all try to create controversy. They trying to grow their channel. It's all money backed. That's why I don't really like pay them dudes no attention. They do get annoying, but it is what it is. But you guys have a right to defend you guys' culture, though. So you guys have the right to fight against it. Go against any type of group that tries to take another group's lineage, and you guys have the right to fight back. Any Native American do.
Of course, Rich, I'm the only one who. Of course, I'm the one to talk shit. This is my land. This is my country. This is where I belong. Your blood don't come here. Your blood goes back to fucking the garbage land. That's where you are. You fucking piece of shit.
Or you talking to me, my man?
No, I'm talking to Original. Is your name Original?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know who you was talking to.
He's addressing a comment in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know who he was talking to.
Like, I know this might seem a little bit, like we're having a rough conversation between us, but honestly, I have been slept all motherfucking day since yesterday at 5 p.m. It's already 11, almost afternoon. I ain't slept. I'm just fucking rolling. And I'm just having fun, honestly, to be honest with you, bro, because I'm not going to be fighting with people. And the Original knows I'm just fucking around with him, too. Unless, he ain't no punk like that. He knows I'm just fucking around. I have no beef with nobody. Even the brothers, I keep popping them up in here, but they be on some shit. The guy was talking that he's mixed with aliens and all this shit, and that's why he's original to this land. I'm like, come on, bro.
Well, here's an alien. Can't show himself on the camera.
I mean, I don't think Africa is getting assaulted. Africa is a beautiful place. I mean, it's a lot of cultural groups that's there that love their culture. It's a unique place, a beautiful country. It got a lot of history. Goes back to probably one of the first, historical perspectives on the nation. Let's be real. Africa goes back a very long time. So a lot of people know this. So but everybody have the right to celebrate their own culture, just like the Native Americans. People shouldn't be trying to leech on to them because they have a self-identity problem. You can't do that. We have a unique culture in America that it's celebrated, and a lot of people love it, and we should love it also. But don't try to hang on and leech on to the Native American culture for what? They have their own unique culture, and let them celebrate it without it being attacked.
Well, you know why they want to be us so bad? You know why they want to claim us so bad? It's because we're the most powerful, strongest people in this country. They're nothing compared to us. I mean, our people saved them. Our people, adopt them into the tribe. Our people, saved them and everything like that. So that's why they want to be us so bad.
I mean, because I don't know they don't want to.
No, listen. I let you speak. Don't overspeak me. All right? Yeah, I let you speak. I didn't say nothing. So don't try to do that to me. I ain't none of these fucking other people who you're gonna talk over and this and that. We saved them. We did everything for them. For them to claim, oh, well, no, you guys are from Mongolia, you guys are Siberians, you guys are all this and that, no. You guys are the fucking visitors. You guys are the ones who got adopted in. I mean, if it wasn't for us, you guys wouldn't even be here at all. We wouldn't even be here having these arguments. We wouldn't even be sitting here talking about all this and that. These are the fake Indians. They're the $5 Indians. getting money off this app, making money, making clout. No Native American ever does that shit. No Native ever takes money unless they're a fucking sellout. And that's what they are. They're fucking sellouts because they had the Buffalo Soldiers. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yep.
So I think too that we also need to acknowledge the fact that this is not all African Americans across the board. This is just a select group that is having an identity crisis or whatever, they trying to gain some kind of monetary, value from it. And I think we also need to realize, as much as we love, our country, Africa is a beautiful country with beautiful people as well. And, it's sad that, they were brought here and that was stripped from them. And that's, I think, part of what is going on now that we see. They do acknowledge that, they like things about our culture. And I feel like that's why they want to latch onto it. And also, I think that they feel like if they are labeled as, Native American, then they might be able to reap some benefits from that too. But I think it's just good that we are, respectful to each other and to each other's cultures as well.
Yeah, so just a quick examples, like Bucky's been out here, he says he's white, and he ain't been saying nothing negative towards us this whole time. Like, he ain't bothering us.
I'm part white. I'm not all white.
Oh, he's part black and white, see? So, it's like,
I'm part native and white.
oh, so he's part native and white, but he ain't been saying nothing negative towards us, Like, he's just chilling out here, hanging out, speaking truth on topics and things. And like, he ain't saying, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this and this. And I was trying to be cool with Original, like, we try to be cool with each other, but he's acting all racist and shit. Last time he was here, the Original's like, oh, I'm 6'3", and I have, I'm black, and you guys have recessive genes. Like, he was being all black superior, like superiority, bro. I'm like, bro, what about Little Wayne, Little Dirk, Little Yeezy, Little Kim, Little Bow Wow, Little Wayne, all that shit? I was just fucking around with him, really. But
I mean,
like,
I'm not
who's
that
gonna
tall.
do that
I'm
kind of
only
stuff?
5'10". I'm not that tall. I'm not 6 foot. I'm 5'10". So every that's I don't know why would he say that for. I mean, we have a lot of short. I mean, there's short dudes in every culture, I would say.
That's what I
We
Yeah,
was
have
trying to
different
tell him,
genetics,
bro.
though. We have different bodily genetics. We can be truthful upon that. We got genetics. Our genetics is different. That's why right there you can pretty much prove the Native American pretendians wrong, because we don't even
Bro,
have the same body structure.
yo,
Like when we work
hey,
out in there, we don't even have none of that. So how can you say that we're Native Americans and we don't have no phenotype that's related to them? See, these the questions that they can't really answer. You feel what I'm saying? So that's
bro,
why they babble all day.
last time they were here, bro, like, I don't know, him and his crew or some of his crew members, bro, they were talking about dicks and all kinds of shit. All bullshit aside, Digital was here, I think. Who was here? You guys here on that live stream? I think they were talking about all kinds of crazy shit, like weenies and all that shit, bro. And I'm like, bro, why are we having this conversation here? You know what I mean? Remember that? Who was here?
that's crazy. And recessive genes, it doesn't
Yeah, they
mean that.
were.
So they are under the impression that mutations mean that you're inferior. Mutations happen when people are adapting, to their environment. There's some people that, had migrated to colder climates, some to warmer climates. And you'll see like different shaped noses because of that. You'll see different skin colors because of that. There's all different types of mutations that occurred. It doesn't mean that one is inferior than the other. It just means that you do not understand biology.
Well, the one thing I would like to say, I mean, my dad's in the picture with me there in my profile picture, but his dad wasn't even considered a citizen of this country, where his ancestors have been here since before they could ever record history or even remember all the way back, but the stories were passed down. And my dad was taken away from his family and was adopted out. He doesn't even know exactly who he is. I mean, the atrocities that they done to the African Americans when they brought them here in slaves, they done 100 times worse to the Native Americans here.
So the residential schools wasn't a horrible place for them. Being SA wasn't, horrible to them. Being burnt wasn't horrible to them. Taking their children away from families wasn't horrible to them. These young babies, these young children, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, wasn't horrible to them. That was just all nothing. And you're saying that you guys had it worse? What about the Wounded Knee massacre? What about all the massacre that happened in this country? And you're saying you guys had it the worst? You guys weren't poor. You guys weren't forced on the reservations. You guys weren't forced to fucking starve. We got forced. Our people got beaten. Our people got raped. Our people got all kinds of shit that happened. And you're saying that you guys had the bad? No, that's fucking bullshit, man. We both had it hard. Both of us. Both people. Both of our people went it hard.
There's stories that say that the indigenous people of this land, all of us had to, well, particularly, we're going to focus on the United States, Canada, Alaska, but in the United States, mostly, they said the Native American or the American Indian did not accept slavery. They were terrible because they had the free spirit, they call it, spirit of freedom. And they were willing to fight, and they would not accept enslavement. And that's something, unfortunately, that the other community did accept, and they were easy to control, easy to submit. This is just the reality, the stories that I've heard, based on
If you go back,
stories.
no, I'm gonna reject that. I mean, I respect your opinion and your perspective, but we didn't just accept anything. You got to understand, this is another way that you can get the pretendians on their own history, is that's one of the reasons why the Europeans brought us over here in the first place, because we didn't know the land. They tried, the Native Americans was the first ones that tried to be enslaved, but a lot of you guys knew the land, and you guys was fighting back. See, you guys knew the land front and back. We didn't. See, that's the thing, though. See, so when you say that to the pretendians, they're gonna be like, "Well, what you mean? If you was here for that long ago, why you didn't know the land?" See, that's the thing, because one thing about it, if you pretty much entrap another people and take them off to another place and put a blindfold over him, he don't know where he's at. He don't know, his land is not even there. He don't know the shortcuts. He don't know anything. So, but we always had, revolutions in this country, as Black Americans, for sure. We never accepted anything. We was beat to submission at a point in time, but we always revolted. That's why we have a lot of leaders here. We have a lot of Black leaders that revolted a lot. I mean, even if you go back to the Black Seminoles, let's be honest, the Native Americans and us was revolting against the U.S. government at one time. That's why they got Florida, the Black Seminoles, and I mean, that's what they called them. Someone was mixed in and someone was just Black, but and then they had the Seminoles. You guys know the story on that.
Well, they came from the Maroons and the Lusky African tribes and runaway who joined the Seminoles to fight their oppressor. But there was no. I'm just saying, like, bro, there's no history recorded anywhere on the stone, on the hieroglyphs, nowhere to talk about a civilizations that were Black here. There were melanated people, but not carbon melanated, not African melanated people here. And this is the part where we try to tell them, I've been looking into this. I wouldn't have a problem with none of this if it was true, but it's just not. We're not going out and telling the African community that we're the original people of that land and that they migrated from China, which a lot of the ancient fossils showing that the migration from Asia went into Africa. They studied over 5,000 different kinds of teeth, and they said the most ancient teeth came from Asia, and there was a migration from Asia into Africa. And that is where they find part of that jaw from the Israel in the Jerusalem or whatever, that Israel cave or whatever, where they said the out of Africa theory don't make sense because this is an older piece that comes from it's not of African descent. And that's where the out of Africa theory's kind of been debunked because of that. as well as many other things. But I'm just saying it how it is. So most likely black people descended from Asia. And then they're trying to make it seem like we're the ones that descended from Asia when there was no connection to Asia. But they actually found teeth that go back to the Asian people in regions outside of Asia and Africa.
Yeah, exactly. But let's I mean, and this is the thing about the you know, the black pretendians, right? They have the loudest voice because let's be honest, there's a lot of white people that claim Native Americans, and I've seen them that they don't have no trace or no genetic line to being a Native American. See, this is the thing though. They have power in some of those tribes. You know, some of them can go back to being full-blooded Native American, and a lot of you guys know that. You know, I'm not going to say you guys let it slide. I'm not going to say that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, you know, so I'm not going to just say you guys just let it happen. But it is a lot of that. We just talking really without no proof. But it's a lot of YT people in those tribes that don't have no type of Native American blood in them. And they striving. They have some of the reparation money. They have a lot of connections within the casinos. Let's just be honest. We got to be true.
That's absolutely not true.
It's not true. I live in California.
Against the law.
I live in California. I've been around.
It is absolutely. Hang on. It is absolutely 100% against the law. If you claim you are Native and you do not have a CDIB card and you claim any money from any tribes, you are punishable by federal law. All the Native American people in the northern United States are categorized with the Department of Interior. Their roll number is kept on an endangered species list along with the eagle, the bear, the elk, the deer. That's what that roll number is.
My man, I live in California, bro. And I see a lot, it's a lot of Native American tribes out here. I don't know specifically, but I seen some Native Americans, and some look like they're really Native American, and some look like they're just white. They're just white people, bro. You could just tell. Some of them even have blue eyes and all that. No, some of them even have blue eyes. I look white,
bro. And I'm Native.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying.
I have Native blood.
I'm just saying they look damn near like full-blooded European, Anglo-Saxon. You feel what I'm saying? They all in these tribes and all that. So, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
You also have to be careful with California natives too, because we have indigenous people there that are state recognized that can never get federal recognized because of something like that. And on top of that, there's a history behind why their natives had to mix within the Anglo culture. The turn of the 19th century, this 19th century, titles and deeds were literally drafted out for heads of households. And Native American women, not being citizens of this country until 1924, we weren't able to put our names on titles. We weren't able to put our names on deeds. We weren't, so a lot of these Native peoples, especially in the Northwest, had to put their names into certain white individuals in order for them to save whatever land that they were being ripped from, basically. There's a whole history, especially in the Pacific Northwest, that talks about that, where these Native American women ended up marrying these neighbors, white kids kind of thing, just to save themselves. And so a lot of the Pacific Northwest tribes, are doing every effort to reclaim their land back. I mean, of course, it's not the way that we want it to be, but they're doing everything that they can in their power to make sure that they can still be able to hold on to their heritage. Although it was ripped from them, their culture really was genocide. And so they're doing everything that they can, that they possibly can, to reclaim that and regrow themselves again. But again, like I said, when you're living in a genocide world like this, you can't really regain your heritage if it's lost. And so, we talk about heritage in general here, where a lot of big tribes are doing everything that they can to protect it, to preserve it, to keep it secret, because we want to make sure that our next generations, can listen to those voices, listen to those ancestors, to carry on those oral traditions. Again, that has been established before, it was invaded by, European, introduced by, the African peoples, but like I said, we do our best to be so inclusive. But, when you look at the different types of histories that have happened in every section of the Americas, there's always something that's been done by an oppressor.
Well,
I'm gonna go.
well,
I gotta go to my appointment. Sorry. Bye.
Bye, stir fry. Stir fry.
you're
Oh,
stuck, stir fry.
and then
Skip
you
the
know,
appointment.
skip the appointment, stir fry. And you know, I think the last time, Manny, you know, you had a poster, or we were talking about like something about where they were trying to compare pictures or something like that. Again, you know, with ceremony, you know, tribes, you know, they put ash on their body. It's part of their cleansing. And you know, I would assume that is no different, you know, than the Mexica people, you know, when they painted their bodies. And again, it's not to reflect someone's types of race or anything like that. That's part of the ceremony, you know. And I love how Manny was saying, you know, don't talk about my people because you don't understand that. And like I said, it's the same for all indigenous peoples that have traditional customs with them. You know, don't say that these are the things when you're not a part of that culture, to say that those are those things, because that becomes hurtful. That becomes very, very hurtful. And again, those types of ideologies where people are making assumptions, that makes you no different than the colonizers trying to speak up for us.
Check out these first original
150%.
people. Check out these badasses, man. You guys don't know nothing about that. You guys don't have no trace back to these people. You guys have no bloodline to these kind of people right here. These are my grandpas, my great grandfathers. You guys don't have nothing close to them.
You know, and then the other thing I disagree with is people wearing headdresses. You know, like these ancestors right here earned that. They didn't go to Amazon to buy it. These ancestors right here, they earned that. It takes a lot of tribulations to earn something like that.
Well, I bet they are original. I bet they are. Well, why don't you explain who they are then? Please explain. I want to know. Please explain. Explain, original. Come on now. And if they are, then we're probably related. You got no history on these two. You don't even know who they are. You don't gotta see. That's all you guys do. You guys gotta show videos and show fake information that you guys make up or find somewhere else and try to claim it's your guys's. You guys don't know shit.
Right. We don't need to hear your lecture, because there's a lot of these people are using some types of lectures of people's, you know, rhetoric or, you know, thought process about indigenous peoples kind of thing, you know. And again, like I said, these types of rhetoric really, you know, again, it's harmful. It's very harmful, you know, when you impose those types of rhetoric on indigenous peoples and speak up for them, you know.
When people came to this country, the Native American population was hospitable to them. They were starving. They were completely starving. And the people came to them and fed them at the first Thanksgiving. Everybody hears the story of the Pilgrims and the first Thanksgiving. But after that, they've been trying to kill them and erase them ever since. And the reason why the Native American people weren't allowed or weren't used as slaves is because they would literally stake themselves to the ground and fight to the death than be captured. That is recorded throughout history many, many, many times all across this country.
Like I would say, you know, when it comes down to reclassification, that's the thing that I don't like about these who's on here that, you know, talk about they Native Americans, because they're trying to reclassify us. I don't want to be Native. I don't want to be Native American. I have my own unique culture. I like it. I love it. You know, we created a beautiful culture here. You know, it's toxic at times, but we created it. You know, by ourselves. So I'm not trying to be in a reclassification agenda with these dudes, man. I'm not trying to be reclassified as a Native. No, I'm not that, you know, and that's the thing, you know, and we already been reclassified by the dominant society for years. Who was Negro, then was Black, then was African American. African American, what type of term is that? You know, that was just created probably 40 years ago, you know, in the 1980s. You know, so what type of term is that? Because we're pretty much removed from Africa. Yes, genetically, like I said, but culturally, ethnically, no. And that's the thing, you know, I'm not, you know, yes, we're African by genetics, yeah, but culturally and ethnically, we look different than them. And a lot of us is mixed with all type of stuff. We're not even, that's the thing though. So, you know, so that's the thing I don't like about them dudes. They trying to reclassify me as a Native American. I'm not, and I'm gonna denounce that all day.
Look, he can't even show nothing. He's fucking making it up. He's making shit up. He don't know.
Nah,
He's taking forever.
y'all still talking, so I think he shrunk the screen because you guys are still talking.
Well, show us your fake news. Show us your fake false information. You know that you claim to supposedly have.
Oh, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you two different perspectives. I'm actually gonna start with the other one first. Yo, man, you gonna make the screen big?
Turn out, brother. Because, you know, all you guys are just a joke to me, man. You show me whatever.
However, there is something that could settle this debate of where the Chinese come from once and for all.
After that,
I'm meeting Professor Jin Lee, one of China's leading
So what's this supposed to
geneticists.
do with our land?
Recently, he led a project that set out to prove that the Chinese evolved independently from everyone else, from Homo erectus, here in China.
Before the project started, I was hoping that I could identify or could be able to find the evidence that support independent origin of Chinese in China, because I'm a Chinese.
So this is the first one. This is the first one of the two.
From China. For the education process, I always believed that there's something special about Chinese.
He don't look like a male genetic marker,
I'll be back.
only appeared about 80,000 years ago in Africa.
But that's fake bullshit, original.
I don't know why it's so hard just to listen. Like, I don't get it. That's crazy.
Bro, that's like me comparing you
like
to
that's
Indians
crazy.
from India. That's from like.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that natives come from Chinese people. I was just trying to show two different sides, showing you something. It has nothing to do with what this guy was just talking about, as I stated before in the comments.
Bro,
I'm not trying to prove that natives come from Chinese people. I'm trying to show you something real quick.
It's talking is about something the China people who originally.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna show you another one that resonates with another region of the world. That's the whole point. But I rather not explain it. I rather let the video explain itself. I rather it explain itself from geneticists and scholars. I'd rather like show it, but like I guess no one cares about real information. I guess no one cares about real information.
But you're saying something in the fact that, you know, that as Native people, are we supposed to like start utilizing genetics to prove our rhetoric or to prove our points? Is that what the point is?
So that video had nothing to do with Native American people.
No, but you're showing somebody that was showing genetics, genetics and DNA and stuff like that. That's what you're proving, right?
So hold on. So you didn't allow it to play.
No. But that's okay. That's okay.
To do when once again it has nothing to do.
You can still give us your 5 cents version of why you're trying to make that point.
That's the problem. Like people are scared of the truth. People are scared of the truth.
What truth?
It's crazy because it.
But what truth are you trying to prove? But what truth are you trying to prove?
Of America.
But what truth?
Nothing.
But what truth are you trying to prove, though? That's all we're trying to ask. What truth are you trying to prove with that?
I was going to allow it to prove itself.
No, but what do you take from that knowledge? What truth are you trying to prove?
Okay, so what was the video about?
To prove that everybody came from Africa because
what was the video about?
90% of the world's population.
What was the video about?
But in
some Chinese guy from China
North America,
exactly. So you don't even know what the video is about.
No. He was talking about having approving that China itself for that person started in his country. That sounds like the video that I saw. I mean, were you trying to show us something different?
Yeah, but you don't want to let it play. That's why I don't understand. Like I've learned this. Like, and that's why
no. But let it play. But let it play for what reason? But what reason are you trying to? What reason are you trying to let that play? What reason are you trying to let that play though?
So before I even came up, I was telling Manny I wanted to show 2 videos. It'll take me 2 minutes a piece to show. So I assume he welcomed me up so I could show it.
I just brought you up because I just want to show you that I got no beef with your ass. Even though you
Nah, it's cool. If you ain't got no beef, allow me to play the videos. I just want you to see this and tell me what you think.
Nah, bro, it's boring. I don't care about Chinese people, bro. It's not my business.
No, this is deep. It's deep, and then it's two correlations to it. It's correlations to this because this one has nothing to do with Native American people, but the other one has something to do with Native American people.
Where you come from?
I already know where I come from. I'm the original man. I'm the original man. I like
population North America.
Man, listen.
Yeah, but that video just proved that
in the world.
Bro, you Chinese.
I come from China. That's hilarious. Hey, listen. Hey, that's hilarious.
so you're from China. Oh, I didn't know that.
Hey, that's hilarious.
Wow, original. I did not know that.
You should allow me to finish that video.
So your ancestry is from China origin?
If you would allow me to finish that video, you would not be saying that.
Look, you could see some of them in the Philippines and some of the in the Cambodia. You could see some of the black people Chinese.
That's true. That's true. The original Filipino people were called negritos, daeta.
And original. So you're saying that you're from China? You're from China? Oh.
Filipinos are eta.
That's awesome, Manny. You did not know that.
Daeta.
They're Chinese and they
so many. Hey, I'm surprised you know that, Manny. You know about the Aita people of the Philippines, the Aita. That's
I know
dope.
you're Chinese. That's what I know, bro, based on science and research.
Wow, that's awesome. So they proved it basically.
So many. Can I actually play this video proving that I come from Chinese people? Then are y'all fine with that? Are y'all fine with the video proving that I come from China?
No, because
it's 2 minutes.
How old is that video, bro?
It's fairly recent, but it's 2 minutes. I want to show people that we come from China. Is that cool?
It's okay.
People that we come from
It's okay. It's not 2 minutes worth my time if you're gonna show it.
But no, it's showing you that African people come from Chinese people. What's wrong with that?
That's great. That's okay.
I know that. I don't need to.
I want to support y'all claim.
It's okay. You don't need to help support anything.
You could look it up. Go do your research. 5,000 were
right.
5,000 fossil teeth were studied.
That's crazy.
Find in Israel.
I'm trying to agree with you guys. I'm trying to agree and say that I'm trying to agree with you guys. I just want to show you that you're right. I just want to show you guys you're right.
Right, you know? For what reason? You know, why do I have to have proof? I don't understand why I have to have proof.
You guys are right. Listen, you guys are hecka right. Listen, we come from Chinese people. Look.
Well, you know, you're the one who said that.
Video from New Guinea where it shows all the
it says it right here. Listen, I don't know why y'all so scared. I don't know why y'all scared. Let me play this video.
I don't think we're scared. 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 We just don't need.
One of China's leading geneticists. This is one of China's leading geneticists.
So when Native people, you know, invested the money for geneticists, you know, maybe this is something that we should do too, so we can have some type of rhetoric to prove, right?
Original. I'm showing you the proof right here. You see it? You read it? I can't hear you because I muted you, bro. I just want you to hear this because that's like, we don't care about China, bro. This is what you should care about. This is your country, your land over there, bro, in the old world.
I'm trying to help you prove that. I want to help you prove this.
I'm showing you.
I know, and I'm trying to help you prove it.
I don't. Can I already did my research.
No, but listen, I want to show the audience what you're saying is true.
Look, there it is again.
Listen, yeah, I'm trying to show your audience what you're saying is true.
This is what it is.
Hey,
you can look it up.
Can you get where the
I'm trying
in New Mexico actually?
Hey, listen, I'm trying to show the audience what he's saying is true, though.
This is the region. You can look it up. Miss Laya Cave, Roof Collapse, right there. Look at it. Look at it.
Hey, listen, yo, Manny. All right, so you showed me stuff. I can't finish the video
because it's annoying, bro. It's fake news.
But you're showing. All right, so that's not fake news.
This is real, right here. Look.
All right, so that's real. Okay, I get it. So that's real. But
Discovered 2018.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. You can show that, but I can't. That's fair. You can show that, but I can't show one of China's top leading geneticists.
Oh, here we go. Play the victim.
Cool.
Don't play the victim now. Original. Don't play the victim here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Original.
I'm just trying to prove
Your colonizer oppressors taught you very well.
Original.
Taught you very well.
It's too bad we colonized your colonizer. Too bad my people colonized the people who colonized you.
And who are those? Show us that video. Show us that video then. Show us that video. Show us that video. Show us that video. Find that video. Find that video, Original. Find that video. Find that video. Show us. Show us. It's probably on Cornhub, right? Is it on Cornhub?
It's actually not a full. It's actually not a full video about it. I'm actually going to create it myself.
Listen,
There's actually not a video that can explain it how I can explain it with the receipts. I got receipts, yo. I speak with
Original, no beef, bro, but we ain't gonna get nowhere today with this. I'm showing you this photo so you could go do your research on this. This is the most recent find proofs Kushon data. Rewriting the story of human evolution and our dispersal from Africa. Dispersal. So the truth is, there's over 5,000 teeth that were the oldest teeth in that region come from Asia, and they found some of those bones throughout the region of Africa that originated in China, like in the regions of Asia. Along with this was part halfway through, I guess, in Israel, I believe. Here, you could look that up. So I'm just saying, bro, don't be mad just because I'm showing you facts, you know.
And this is from the Tel Aviv University one, right?
I'm not sure exactly. There's a lot of documents to this. I saved a bunch of stuff because I was gonna do more research on this to show.
Yeah, I want to research too. Like that's awesome. That's awesome to read.
You can find this one. This is the Out of Africa model theorized that humans migrated to Africa in one big push around 60,000 years age. And this is 177,000 years old. The Miscellia cave jaw provides evidence. You can see it right there, the Miscellia or Miscellia.
Right. That's awesome, Manny. That's awesome you found that. That's cool. I mean, and nothing to anybody having, different types of rhetoric of their species and stuff like that, but that's awesome.
I have a question.
Yep,
I have a question for the panel, though. I have a question for the panel real quick. In you guys' research or perspective, right? Did any Africans travel here before 1492?
There is no archaeological proof.
They don't have to be archaeological.
Ever
really
came to the North American continent before they were brought here.
And to be quite honest, in oral traditional stories, there is no identifications of that type of ideology. There's again, we have to go off of our oral traditions, and if those were types of things that were passed on or storytelling again, in the time of memorial, I would assume that there would be some kind of significant proofs to that rhetoric.
Yeah, because history is real broad. That's the thing. It's real broad. It has a lot of bad, not things that's not true. Really, it has a lot of things that's not true, but a lot of things is true also. So history is real broad.
But
right.
It's been proven that prior to the 12th century that Celtics and Vikings had traveled up into the northern eastern part of the North American continent, which would be up around New Brunswick, up around that area. And it also shows that the star charts, a lot of the star charts that the Vikings and the Celtics used were some of the same star charts that some of the Plains Indians had.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though. And that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I read a little bit about the Vikings also traveling. And that's the thing, because there was warriors within the traveling, scene at one time. They traveled pretty good, and everybody knew that. But that's the thing. Even if you go back to Ramses III, if you even go back to Egypt and Ramses III, he traveled, and it said a lot that he traveled the globe, at that time. That's the thing, though. See, history is real broad, though. You know, you can go back all the way further back to Ramsey the Third, and he said that, you know, they traveled. The scribe said that he traveled damn near the whole world. You know, so that's the thing, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, history is real. It's flawed at times.
Yeah, I think that type of like thought process is, you know, that they traveled the known world, not like the outskirts or anything like that, because, you know, again, people at that time was still believing that, you know, the earth was flat and stuff like that. You know, you always have to understand that from that rhetoric, you know, where the North people, the northerners of, you know, of Europe, you know, they were able to travel using, you know, the land that they could see, you know, like Newfoundland, you know, Greenland and stuff like that. And then that's how they were able to breach over to, you know, that upper part of the Americas.
If I may say something, guys, I think the migration is actually something that did in fact happen. But there's nothing that proves that it had a major impact on the cultural development of the people or the cultures, the major cultures, culture in South America or the culture in Central and North America. Eastern Island is a really good example. You had native people living in the middle of nowhere. So they were able to get to this particular island and establish a community. That tells you that there was people being able to travel from Africa, Europe, and in America. So this migration could have happened by the other way around, basically. People from America, or, you know, what we know as America now, were able to get to Africa and possibly Asia as well. So this proves nothing, unfortunately, as far as the origins of humans. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
And Ramsey III was in power around 1217, and the pyramids in Mexico and South America predate Egyptians.
Yeah, and again, that's a great understanding, you know, AT, you know, but, you know, the people migrated all over, you know, and I'm not saying that people in those other European, African, Asian countries did not have that opportunity to come to this country, you know, in the earlier times and stuff like that. But, you know, there's still no scientific study showing that, you know, that there's actually an existence. You know, what if humans were developed here in Americas? You know, like, we still have lots of things to research that we don't want to research, or hypothetically, you know, colonizers have over cultivate some of the lands, have burnt, you know, a lot of these types of histories for us to do full research on. You know, like, there could be a lot of information out here, like here in the Americas, that could to prove that. But, you know, are we going to ever find somebody that's going to fund something like that? Look at you go, Manny.
I had saved a bunch of these.
I was trying to read a lot of them. They're very. I mean, I like to read things like that. They're very insightful, you know, and it opens your mind up a little bit more. You know, I again, like I said, for me personally, I don't believe in the Barron Street theory. I really don't. I feel like that
Nobody believes in that anymore.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that, you know, migration happened.
Like,
you know?
who believes in nonsense like that? Like, does anybody here believe in things like that? That Native Americans came from Asia, from Siberia or Mongolia or some shit? Does anybody on the panel believe in that, or comments
about that? I read a little bit about that, you know, but it's no verified proof or no evidence claiming that it's true, to be honest. I haven't seen no verification of that. I heard that and I read it a little bit. I did a little bit of research on it, but it's not verified proof that it actually happened.
Actually, that theory was debunked, I do believe, around 2014, 2016 through DNA studies.
Awesome. Yeah, because, you know, I love the theory that, you know, that indigenous peoples in this, you know, Americas, basically, you know, again, like I said, if they're finding, you know, different types of evidence of peoples, of humans that were being involved or whatnot involved, you know, I feel like that same kind of theory could also be applied here.
So yeah, it's a bunch of baloney.
It's a baloney. It's baloney. Don't believe him.
Hi, digital.
Margarita.
They're just talking to talk. People just talk to talk.
And that's just what it is, I think it's important for people to understand, Putin. Listen, I was gonna say, Putin announces 3 weeks ago now. Has it been 4 weeks ago now? They're doing discoveries, explorations on untouched 60% of Russian territory, which is most of the east, where Yakutsk or Yakutia would be, which is the coldest region in the world, to the point where Russia itself is asking North Korea and China to help with discovering or exploring these virgin lands. And what's interesting is that when you look at the Native Americans, no matter what part of this hemisphere, wherever there was civilization, you would find some kind of carving on the stones, some kind of mounds, things like that. How come there's none of them in this region where we supposedly came from? No carvings in the stones, no native language anywhere, nothing that connects us to that land, because there was nobody there. Siberia is almost in the south, the middle to south region of Russia. And you have Mongolia below that. They would not migrate this way. There was nothing on the way here. But you'll find all kinds of carvings on the stone, on the lands from native people, identifying us as a group of people that continue to exist till this day. So they just needed canoes. No, come on, man. You haven't heard about the Bering Strait or the Bering Seas, have you? You need to do your research on the Bering Seas. They are the most hostile seas in the world. There's a show called Deadliest Catch, and a lot of their shows are being recording there because of how insane the waves are. Is the craziest region in the world as far as in the seas. So you have a lot to research if people believe in that goofy ass theory. It really is. It's been debunked time and time again, to the point where Russia and China and North Korea are working on a strategy to work